Welcome to today's Explainer, everyone. We're jumping right into a really fascinating, timeless story today called A New Morning. It perfectly captures a struggle that, let's be honest, pretty much all of us face every single day. I'm talking about that constant uphill battle just to find enough energy to get through your to-do list. It's a great story because it takes ancient foundational wisdom and translates it into a super structured guide for getting our energy back. So, let me just ask you directly. Do you always feel tired? Like, do you wake up feeling heavy, sluggish, and completely drained before you've even had a chance to start the day? If you're nodding your head right now, trust me, you are absolutely not alone. This is exactly where our story kicks off, looking at this modern epidemic of exhaustion through a seriously relatable character. Which brings us to part one, Rohit's fatigue. Meet Rohit. He's a young, incredibly hardworking guy living in a village, but his days are just weighed down by this inescapable fatigue. He wakes up late, frantically rushes through his chores, and because of that, his body feels like lead all day long. And this happens despite the immense effort he's putting in. Think about how that negative cycle wrecks a daily routine. Rushing causes stress, starting late puts you in a deficit, and that physical heaviness just drags the whole operation down. He's completely trapped in an exhaustion loop. Luckily, a wise elder who lives nearby notices Rohit struggling day in and day out, and he steps in with this absolute gem of advice. He says, if you want to strengthen body and mind, change how you start your morning. Now, when Rohit asks how to actually pull that off, the elder just smiles and tells him to meet him the next morning. And that right there sets up the core philosophy we're unpacking today. All right, let's get into part two, the 6 rules of the morning. Okay, so Rohit actually manages to drag himself out of bed before sunrise the next day. He meets the elder, and surrounded by the cool air and the peaceful sounds of the morning birds, the elder breaks down a transformative morning walk into 6 straightforward rules. Wake early, go on an empty stomach, start slow, breathe deeply, stay away from your mobile, and be consistent. It's brilliant because it takes this vague idea of having a good morning and turns it into a concrete, easy-to-follow checklist. Let's break these down. The logic behind the first 2 rules is all about timing and getting your body internally ready. Rule 1 emphasizes waking up early, specifically before the sun even comes up. That is the absolute sweet spot for filling your body with peak energy for the rest of the day. Then, Rule 2 focuses on stepping out on an empty stomach. The elder is super clear about not eating a heavy meal before your walk. Instead, he suggests drinking a little light water to prep your body for maximum vitality. From there, we shift to the physical mechanics of the walk itself. Rule 3 says to start slow. The elder warns Rohit, hey, don't just sprint out the gate. You've got to let your body naturally adapt to the habit of walking. Then we hit Rule 4, which introduces the breathing technique. While you're walking, you need to take long, calm, deep breaths. As the elder explains, this pumps your body full of fresh oxygen and keeps your mind completely zen. It's all about pacing yourself, not punishing yourself. Now, the final 2 rules are entirely about mental focus and discipline. Rule 5, a strict no mobile policy. This morning walk isn't just for your physical body, it's a reset for your mind. The elder tells Rohit to keep his eyes on the path, actually feel nature, and dodge all those digital distractions. And finally, Rule 6, be consistent. You can't just do this once and expect a miracle. You have to walk a little bit every single day. Because, as the elder wisely points out, the habit itself is what brings about the real change. Moving on to part 3, Rohit's new dawn. Fast forward just a few weeks of sticking to this routine, and the transformation is absolutely mind-blowing. The physical heaviness, gone. The late starts, history. Instead, Rohit is buzzing with energy. His mind is perfectly calm, and his focus at work has skyrocketed. He's not getting fatigued quickly anymore either. It is a literal night and day difference, and it all comes directly from just consistently following those 6 simple morning rules. Naturally, after a month of this, the rest of the village starts to notice. They're looking at him like, what's your secret? How do you look so totally changed? And I just love the humility in his response. He tells them, I didn't do any major work. I just changed my morning. It's such great proof that massive, life-altering transformations really don't require monumental, exhausting effort. Sometimes they just stem from incredibly simple, foundational shifts at the very start of your day. Which brings us nicely to our final section, part 4, small changes, big results. So Rohit doesn't gatekeep his success. He distills his entire journey into 5 super actionable steps for his village. Sleep on time, wake up early,
Walk for just 20 to 30 minutes every day, take deep breaths, and maintain positive thinking. And you know what? Slowly but surely, by following these core foundational steps, the entire village picks up the habit of a morning walk. They manage to create remarkably huge results from just a few minor lifestyle tweaks.
And that leads us to the ultimate moral of the story. The person who improves their morning can slowly make their entire life better. It's those tiny, small habits that snowball into the big transformations. You honestly don't need to overhaul everything all at once. You literally just need to fix the foundation, that crucial moment right when you wake up.
So I want to leave you with this final, thought-provoking question to chew on. What will you change tomorrow morning? Are you going to wake up a little bit earlier? Maybe leave the phone on the nightstand? The blueprint is right there for you. Thanks so much for joining me to unpack this fantastic story, and I really encourage you to take these rules, apply them, and go master your own morning.